time to deal with the drama. I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promise. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. But tonight we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux when that's up the highest metric.
Play fake. Murray. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and that is incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Sit. 2-2. That's one.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Murray going to throw. Open man, here's Benson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the ground, it's the rookie out of Florida. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Cardinals at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Murray now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, Cardinals in there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Here we go. Here we go.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Let's go.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Look at this Arizona defense. And they play well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Go!
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time unwrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Pack. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6.
Come on.
Back to throw. Hood. Pass complete. That's Lovett. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The line of scrimmage.
Ready, set. Ready. Set, go.
Looking to throw. Hood. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Eddie
Piñeiro on now. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Piñeiro is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Their own 16-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To throw is Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. They find some open field here. And He has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Vincent. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Murray now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Now Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here we go, here we go.
They are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a deep 2. And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Cook a 19. Ready, ready?
Operating from the gun, Hood. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Hood. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's elite.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
For a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the handoff, Benson running right. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Well, now they'll try the end around. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run with Ware. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Gets by him at the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. An extra point forthcoming. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
It's the score, Lions 10, Cardinals 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
This is 2nd and 8.
Ready? Go!
Back to throw. Hood. And will find his man on the outside. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Murray changing the play.
Come back. Stop.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a punt at 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. Now a play fake here on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They work now on 2nd and 9. The tight end in motion right. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Got a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Another run for Gibbs here.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Hood work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
This all the way down inside the 35. 151 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Looking to throw. Hood setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready?
Back to throw.
Hood. Pass taken in by his good tight end.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Moore now on the return.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
That's good. Cardinals. First and 10 at the
Throwing again, Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing now is Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Murray.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He'll try to do it himself. That's to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Here's Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Murray to air it out again. Now he's going to step up and run. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
To throw, it's Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Operating from the gun, Murray.
Short one here, caught by McBride.
And he's corralled, but now the Fort getting it inside the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Ware.
Touchdown, Cardinals! A great play there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Cards are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Cardinals 14.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out.
And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Ready? 70 Lions. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Hood. Yeah, he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set.
In motion, the tight end.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards they lost, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's taken in. It's Isaac to Sloan.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Panther 6. Ready? Let go.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got it now.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor in this stage of the game, is in their favor.
A solid return, putting you field position. They'll start at the 32. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Murray going to throw. Dumps that off to Ware. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Murray now to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
2-2. One more. Easy. One more. Big Ace open. Hey, Larry. Bunch. Ace. One more.
Now Murray's got to have this one. He'll try to do it himself. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
21.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he will make it
it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Operating from the gun. Hood. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line.
First down. A gain of 7. First down.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they're spotted at the 49.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as he'll run on first down.
And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get through and protect the ball. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 7. And the Lions.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been